upload it later. Well, greetings and salutations. Welcome to another edition of Bible Book Study with yours truly and the other yours truly, my friend, my co-host, my co-laborer. She's now, no, I'm not going to give you the address, but by way of Chicago and New York, that's what we'll say. Thank you. And Nashville. She's where she is now. We're grateful to see her again in this space and place. I always thank her. Her time is valuable. So without further ado, if we were in church, I would say the next voice that you will hear after the choir will be that of Lady Stacey Cole. Hear ye her. So Lady Stacey Cole, hear ye her. Before we get started into Bible book study and tonight, let me remove that. What I have on the screen, I do apologize for that. Tell me what's going on in your world and how you're moving and shaking and how your services will benefit the people.
The services for this year is about we're speaking prosperity over everybody's life. Prosperity and abundance over everybody's life. I don't want to speak about my services. I just want to speak about the blessings that I've had over this year. We haven't been on in a long while, so it's been a happy New Year and Merry Christmas to everybody. But God has been good and moving throughout my life, and He has asked me this year not to be a secret agent. Okay, He has asked me to be more visible and be more in more rooms to help touch and empower the people with all that I have, because you can't help people if you are a secret agent and you stay silent. You have to.
I like that. If you stay silent, I like that. I like that. So, I'm gonna make you the main screen. I'm about to adjust my light. Tell us the services that you offer, then we'll get into this Bible book study. I promise you. Let me scoot you over here and do that.
Okay, well, He loves to put you on the spot, honey. So this year we are talking about empowerment and really taking control of our finances. We want to understand how money works. We want to no longer expect that just because we think we have it together. We want to make sure that we have all of our houses in order. And what that looks like is really understanding where your financial debt is, where is your protection. And in that, understanding that the things that we learned in childhood are typically influencing how we conduct ourselves today. So it's very similar to when you said your parents taught you how to say your prayers. I was taught, now I lay me down to sleep. Okay. I praise the Lord, my soul to keep. And you probably share that prayer with your children. I shared that prayer with my daughter. Well, the same thing goes for how we handle our money and how we handle our finances. We learn from the things that we learned in childhood and we pass those along. If we do not fix it, and our prayers become more specific and robust as we mature with our word, we will become stunted. And so this year is about being visible and in the rooms and helping the people and not being a secret agent.
Not being a secret agent. I like that. I understand. Well, with that being said, again, we welcome you back to this particular platform, and I pray this platform will help you in your agency. And in this show and broadcast, we'll be able to tap in and look you up on social media. So they're going to need your social media handle before we go any further. As I'm playing with my bow tie, where can they find you on social media?
You can just look up Stacey Cole, and then you'll see my smiling face. Stacey Cole, she is right there.
Wonderful. Well, Stacey Cole, welcome again to what we do and what we have done. And I always appreciate what we do and what we have done. But tonight we need to talk about one of my favorite books. You need to get this book. Everybody needs to get it.
Yes.
Gotta have it. It says the same God who led you out will lead you on. And sometimes we get led out of things, but we get stuck in the out and don't never get to the onward movement, the onward progress. Like you said, Lord, lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take. That's out of some type of self-sufficiency to a sovereign sufficiency. But then there's some other things that I have to add to that.
Right.
So that before he takes me, I want to make sure those that I have watch over and care for are left better.
Absolutely.
So boom. So these are some Jordan River rules that you and I definitely can implement. And tonight, the first activity I want you to show you these is this. These 5, and I will read them. And then I want you to, excuse me, prioritize them in your life as it relates to the now or the past. And just share the story behind why you prioritize them the way you do. But me being partaker, the first, excuse me, I don't know why my throat, I just came in from that cold air. I will share. I need some hot tea. You already know. So rule 1 is move forward. Rule 2, say no to discouragement and yes to strength. Rule 3, step up to the moment. Rule 4, find someone to help along the way. Rule 5, trust him to guide you where you've never been. For me, I chose 4 first. Finding someone to help along the way. Because once I make up my mind to help somebody, for me, it pulls me and puts me back into my God ordained purpose.
Okay.
So I'm looking to help somebody. I'm looking to help Stacey Cole. I'm looking to help Adriana Smith. I'm looking to help Brenda Cannon. I'm looking to help and in me helping, I find purpose in that. Not that I'm seeking praise or applause from people, but I find my purpose in helping.
Yeah. That's a good one. So for me, what jumps out to me right now is stepping up to the moment, because stepping up to the moment requires us to move. And so, that saying, faith without works is dead. God asks us to step up to the moment. And then along the way, as we are moving forward, the person that he's going to align you with, they're going to step up with your movement. And then because you're listening close, he's going to guide you along the way. But you have to step up into the moment, and your person is going to line right on up to where your steps are headed, because God is going to put that person in your space. He's going to allow you to follow your path, but you have to step up to it. So God is calling you, so you step up to it. So for me, it's stepping up to the moment.
I got you. And I like that. And once I find somebody to help, I do step up. And after I step up, I finally can say no to discouragement and yes to strength. And the discouragement can come in many shapes, forms, and sizes. But one of the things that discouragement does, it keeps me or prohibits me from stepping up.
Yes.
So therefore, I don't find somebody to help. So therefore, once I do those, I can say no, I can step up, I can trust him to move me forward. And then I could do number 5. I know he's going to lead me where he's never led me before, because I did step up, because I say no to discouragement and yes to strength, because I found somebody to help along the way, and because it puts me in my God ordained purpose, period. It brings me out of me being selfish, and I become selfless.
Yes.
And now I'm ready to help somebody get beyond their Jordan while I'm trying to get beyond my Jordan.
Yeah.
Like when you came the last time, it was imperative for me to just even if I couldn't be in that space, at least get that word out. There's someone here that can help us understand or help us have a better relationship with money than we've had previously, and have a financial game plan.
Yeah.
So I was grateful for that, helping individuals see that.
Yeah.
So that's me. That's my 5 ways that helps govern my life.
Yeah.
As it relates to my life being governed and guided.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for somebody this week. And then with the snowstorm, or the ice storm, the storm that just hit, it's like, you know what? Not that I needed to get out, but I got out. But Lord, there's somebody that I can help and I can add value to their life. Give me that opportunity. And the more I was out helping, the better I felt.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, the better I felt. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's my story. You know, there's many stories. And then I land my plane and you can chime in. It's interesting. Last night, I was fretting because we had another storm, water though. And God said, I don't know why you're upset about this storm because you haven't seen what I'm going to do in this storm with the previous storm.
Mm.
And a lot of places was still, because we're not northern, there was ice still everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
But God said, I sent another storm to wash away the residue of the previous storm.
Mm.
And sometimes in life, we get mad at God for the next storm, but that next storm is actually washing away the residue of the previous storm. So when he shared that with me, I said, I'm sorry, God, Father, I'm sorry, Daddy, because here I am fretting about the rain and the commute. But he said, just give me time to wash away the residue from the former storm that had you literally on lockdown. How many times in your life have you fussed at God because it was another storm, but after that second or third or fourth storm, the residue of the first storm was gone?
You know, those storms. So we're talking about the metaphorical storm. We're also talking about a true storm because the country was impacted by all of these storms. But then I want us to slow down. Let's talk about the physical storm that happened. And many people lost their lives and have gone up to heaven. But what I realized that in those storms, God has given us space, time, and opportunity that 9 times out of 10 we have prayed for, to be still. And so, yes, oh God, the storm, but he is asking us to be in gratitude of the storm and being grateful. And so the question is, hey, Stacey, have you ever experienced some storms? I say yes, and some of them have knocked me clean off my feet. And I want to fuss, but I always say, now, what you want me to do with this? That's always my question. It's not being why me, but God, what you want me to do with it? Now that I'm in this storm, now I'm in this place, what do you want me? How can I serve you better? I always ask that question. How can I serve you better in this storm? And then not all the time am I given the answer, but if I look back, those storms have made me chiseled away at the things that were not healthy to help serve God, to serve him better, if that makes sense. So the storm rinses things away and chisels away the things that you don't need, so that way you can move forward.
I like it. I mean, there's no wrong answer. It's what you have stumbled upon in living, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of those things. And now I can, as my old folks would say, I have handles on my wheelbarrow now with the Jordan River rules.
Yeah.
And it's actually 10 of them, but we're just talking about the first 5.
Yeah.
10 steps, 10 strategies for moving forward. Yeah. And Stacey needs to move forward. I need to move forward, and we're learning to move forward.
Yeah.
But and there needs to be some strategy.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Don't take this the wrong way. Please don't say this is blasphemous or heresy. Hope ain't a strategy.
It is not. No, but you need it. Hope is not a strategy. No, it's not.
It's not a strategy.
It's not. I hope everything gonna go right.
Hope is not a strategy. I hope everything goes well. No.
No.
That's okay. Hope is not strategic. Hope is not strategy. I need strategy. I need to get up every morning and say no to discouragement, no to discouragement, no to discouragement. I'm discouraged by my job. I'm discouraged by my family. I'm discouraged from the storm. I'm discouraged by the situation. I need to get up every day and say no, no, no to that.
Yeah.
So that I can move on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because whatever I focus on, I feed.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah.
And I can feed the negativity in my life to the point that I never see the positive. I never see God moving me beyond because I fed that, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, with that said, Luke chapter number 5, everybody, we're going to go back and forth, of course. Thought I had it pulled up. Luke 5. I'm trying to be cutesy with this new apparatus.
Oh, we like toys.
I'm learning it.
You hear me?
Yeah, I'm learning it.
Although I have a whole Bible. It's right here.
You have a whole Bible?
I do. And it's all torn up. Actually, it's so crazy. My dad took the Bible, the binding, and this is funny, the binding was coming off. And so he took it and taped it on up because it's my favorite one. And taped up the binding to the back.
I love it. I love it. But there it is. It says, on one occasion, while the crowd was pressing on him to hear the word of God, he was standing by the lake of Gennesaret, and he saw 2 boats by the lake. But the fishermen had gone out of them and were washing their nets, custom. Getting into one of the boats, which was Simon's, he asked to pull out a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the people from the boat, custom. And when he had finished speaking, he said, Simon, put out into the deep and let down your nets for a catch. And this is where the tension begins with Simon, who becomes Peter, who we know as the hothead, but also the herald. He goes from being a hothead to a herald. He says, Master, we've toiled all night and have taken nothing, but at your word, I will let down my nets. And when he had done this, they enclosed a great large number of fish, and their nets were breaking. They signaled to their partners in the other boat to come help them. And they came and filled both the boats so that they began to sink. And when Simon Peter saw it, he fell down at Jesus' knees, saying, Depart from me, for I'm a sinful man, O Lord. For he knew, and all were with him were astonished at the catch of fish that they had taken. And so also were James and John, the sons of Zebedee, who were partners with Simon. And Jesus said to Simon, do not be afraid. From now on, you will be catching men. And when they had brought their boat to land, they left everything and followed him. And what translation is that? I should have mentioned that on the front end. English version, English Standard Version. Should have mentioned that on the front end. So with that being said, there's a lot in that passage that we could unpack, but based upon where you are and where you stand as the person that you are, one of the things that emerged, and you and I have great energy and we bounce things off each other, but if I'm going to move on, I need to make sure I move on with the right partners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The partnership has to be imperative. It says right here, but when Simon fell down, he filled both the boats. He signaled to their partners.
Mm-hmm.
In your life experience, what makes partnership so important?
Alignment. That is the first word that jumps out to me. You can have a partner that is not in alignment with the direction that you're headed. If that partner, platonic or otherwise, if that partner is not in alignment with where you're heading, you'll get stunned. So Simon Peter, he say, oh, I've been toiling all night. I didn't get, there was so much in here to unpack, but it was so much. And it's so good. And I'm gonna say my favorite word. It's so delicious. It's so good. But if you don't have the right partner or you're not in the right company, because partnership can also be company, the people that you surround yourself. If it's not in alignment, you are not going to get where God has set up for you to go, because they'll keep you thinking about, oh, woe is me. Oh, the storm is bad. But man, you ain't had a vacation in weeks. Now you can sit in the house and you can sleep and rub your toes together under the covers and watch your movies or whatever the case may be. You can't move. But in that stillness, you can become and get closer to God. But if your partnership and the people that you are surrounded are not in alignment with where you are headed, you will not get there. They will keep you way down and they will sink you, but not in this capacity.
As you were saying alignment, I was footnoting some things. Not only alignment is important, he signaled to his partners.
Yes.
Assignment is important.
Yes.
When I am discouraged and I need to say no to discouragement and yes to strength, alignment is essential, but I need somebody that also understands the assignment on my life, on your life. You know, Bonnie and Clyde, I will use the antithesis of ethical.
Bonnie and Clyde.
One thing they had was alignment.
They did. He found his person, Bonnie and Clyde. They were their people, right? They had the same assignment. Yes. Yeah. Because
here's the thing about this text that really just blows my mind, and I'm feeling it now. You know, we in this thing.
Get into it. Get in it.
The fact that, let me pull it back up. The fact that, boom, he says we've toiled all night and taken nothing.
Yep.
Let me just say that nothing. We've taken nothing, and I was going in a different direction. By the way, I got to stay here. Okay. It is best for me in my line of work, or from my experience. Let me go here. It's best. Listen at me, Stacey, don't throw me under the bus. It is best for me to build with people that saw me when I was out there searching and came back with nothing, than it is to build with somebody who brings an experience to the table who can't appreciate my nothing moments.
Well,
wait.
Okay.
It's not that I don't have, but in that moment, see, you've experienced enough effort. It's been effort, but we don't have the evidence. So therefore, when you are discouraged by the effort, but no evidence, you still understand the assignment.
Yeah.
So it's okay to have effort in the moment, but no evidence. Yeah. I'll say it again. Effort, but no evidence. Stacey, why you with him? Because I see the effort. And the evidence is going to come. It just has not showed up now. So now Stacey understands we are walking in alignment. We understand the assignment and we understand the assessment. And Stacey's not discouraged by the nothing, because she knows because of the effort, evidence is coming. And we don't know when, but it's about to show up. So that's what I mean. Not saying I don't like the nothing moments. I hate the nothing moments, but you understand that God is rewarding my effort as well. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. It makes sense. I want to highlight the first part of what you said. So you need, we're a group of people versus an individual, right? So when I'm thinking about having people around you that knew you in the past when you didn't have nothing or whatever, yes, those people help you stay grounded, but you don't want to be so rooted in them that you can't grow.
Right.
You can't grow or you can't move. So I do something that people, everybody do, and this is an example, is when I go to Kroger and to Lowe's in the summertime, Kroger more often, and they have these plants that are about to die. Okay. To the outside eye, they look like they're about to die. So when I go and get the plant, I'll get one right here. I got a plant right here. I'm not messing my baby up. Okay. This plant, I found her in the dead plant section. Now, look at she beautiful now, right? But when I got her, her leaves was falling off. They was getting all crinkly. But what I do is I pull her out, and then I look at the roots, and she a little dry right now. I look at the roots. And so why am I looking at the roots? I am looking at the roots because eventually she will need to be repotted. Okay. She cannot stay in the same soil with the expectation to grow. She has to be repotted. So I'm not saying that the people that you were hanging out with that used to be in alignment, sometimes you grow and God needs to repot you so that way you can get in better alignment with him. Because yes, they knew you and they got to slap you around a little bit. Boy, don't forget where you came from, but there's an elevation. God don't want us to stay the same. He wants us to continue to grow. So that may mean that, homie, I love you from the neighborhood. I love you. I love you. There's no love lost, but God is expecting me to step up. And I can't step up if I'm holding on to the baggage. As Erica Badu say, the bag lady, you can't hold on to the baggage and expect to get to the other place. You got to let it go.
And that goes back to, with growth, possibly comes a new assignment.
Yes. Or an evolution of the original assignment.
Oh, okay. Or the evolution of the original assignment.
Yes.
Because moving to this text, go back to this text. Voila, girl, you in this thing deep tonight. I love it. I love it when you walk heavy, as we say in the Baptist church. They signaled to their partners to come over and help them, and they came and filled both boats. That's evolution.
That was the evolution, because they had been toiling all night and had did nothing. They thinking, oh, my work is for naught. My work is for naught. But then God said, what? He said, let down the net.
Something, watch this, previously, something that you have and had already worked with, that you failed with. But now if you keep working with the thing that you have possibly failed with, God said, if you keep working with it long enough through effort, that failure turns into fulfillment.
But I'm going to tell you one more thing. But what if you wasn't prepared that night? What if he wasn't prepared to call on his boys because his boys wasn't present? The new boys wasn't present.
Right. Alignment.
The alignment. That night he had a certain amount of workers. It wasn't enough. He wasn't prepared. God was preparing him for the morning so he can say, hoo-dee-hoo. Hey, call your boys. You said call your boys. Now both of y'all boats are filled.
And you can move forward in prosperity and posterity. You can say no to discouragement. Let me put these up. And yes to strength. You stepped up to the moment, Peter.
Yeah.
Stepped up to the moment.
Stepped up to the moment.
And then you found somebody to help because you were in that moment.
Yeah.
And now you can trust him, watch this, to guide you to other places of victory and evolution, because he's taken you from effort to evidence.
Yes. I don't know how much time we have, but I don't want to jump ahead. I don't want to jump ahead, but there was something specific that you said, because God was preparing him, and it's still in the text. I need you to get prepared. So right now, your effort is the preparation. And although you may not see it, you just out here working, you're doing the thing, you just out here working. but you're not prepared. So I'm going to give you a little taste of it. I'm going to give you a little taste of it, but say it, this next thing, I want you to know that you can't do it by yourself. You can't do the next chapter by yourself. So I want you to call out for the people that are in alignment, and I'm going to put them in your presence. But now that I'm going to give you the sample, the fish was the sample. That was the taste. Your next step, he said right here, don't be afraid of what I presented to you with the fish. Okay, because do not be afraid, because from now on, from this day forward, you moving men. Men. But he wasn't ready the night he was toiling. So that next morning, he wasn't ready the night he was toiling. He wasn't ready for the next assignment, but he had to be patient.
The toiling prepares us for the next.
Yes.
Because I'm going to need, we'll say it this way. You said you'll be catching me in. I'm going to need that muscle memory.
Mm-hmm.
Like every athlete, the reason why they're so great is they call it muscle memory. It's not that they prepare so that when the time comes, they don't have to think about what's next.
Right.
It just automatically happens.
Yeah.
So now you're toiling, and night. You've experienced failure toiling. So when you get to the next personal relationship or assignment, you can talk to those people about what it looks like to move from effort to evidence, because you understand what a night experience is.
You can't give it. If I gave you $1 million right now, would you be prepared for it? Would you be being frivolous? Would you be doing all the things, buying the purses and the bags and the fancy car? Or are you going to be prepared? But God has to show evidence that you are prepared. He is not going to put you in a situation that you can't handle. Simon could have went from toiling to the men, but was he mentally prepared from toiling to the men? No, it has to be slow and steady. I need to see how you're going to respond to the fish. I need you to know that you need some support, some people around you that are in alignment with where I have you going. So now that I know that you can handle the fish, now I'm going to present you with the men. Drop down on your knees and praise God, because he said it right there in the text, honey. Be patient with them. Just be patient.
Listen, girl. The evolution of the assignment.
Yeah.
It's not that you didn't have, it's not that you didn't have the skill, but God was developing that skill through that toiling.
Yes.
To create a new capacity.
Woo, that's it. Capacity. Yes, that is good. Yes, that's good. Mm-hmm. You wasn't ready. You're not ready.
You said something, and I share this with more passion, but with a better tone. Everybody wants the big lottery ticket. Everybody wants, the big payout. But have you managed properly what you had? If you are spending $75,000 a year while making 70, you're not a good steward. The moment I give you $1 million, you're going to spend $2 million.
Yeah.
There has to be some change or transformation that takes place where you understand how you can assess where you are in those moments and make sure that the evolution of the assignment, or the evolution, however you want to call it, when the next opportunity comes, you won't waste it or blow it.
Right. Yeah.
Girl, we just gave you $500,000. I blew it. And I'm going to say this because we're in tax season. For some of us, Don't know what happened.
Okay.
For some of us, I guess for some of us, and it gets interesting because Stacey Cole, Ramero's trying to come on. Here he comes. Stacey Cole,
Hey,
turn your
Ramero.
camera the other way. Has been given by the federal government through income tax over 18-year period, let's say $72,000. After 18 years of filing taxes, you and your family, we can document that you have gotten at least $72,000. What have you really done with that money other than spent it so that that money can, which has the capacity to make more money because you spent it, it says a lot about your stewardship.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to give people grace because here's the deal. You don't know what you don't know. And the key is to be able to get the education. But once we get the education and the knowledge, we can no longer use that as an excuse. And so when we're talking about stewardship, we're talking about stewardship of all the gifts. So earlier we opened this as well. God asked me to be a better, instead of being a secret agent, right? So I have all of these gifts. I have the power of my voice. My voice has been, since I was a young child, 15 years old, people saying, "Oh, you speak eloquently," and I retreat. What? I retreat. What? No, unless I'm put on the spot. How am I being a steward of the gift that God gave me, right? And then being in alignment, recently I've been put in the front of 200 people. Stacey, I want you to be the MC of these 200 people of this meeting for the next 35, 40 minutes. And I'm like, nope. And he like, yep. And put me right there with the mic in my hand. That's me becoming a steward of the gift of my voice because God put those messages to me. Yes, we need to be a better steward of our finances. Absolutely, because I'm the money lady. And I want us to be a better steward of our finances. But we have to be a steward over the gifts that God gave us. There's a whole scripture someplace around here about them seeds, them mustard seeds or something. Pastors.
Listen, brother pastor, how are you doing this evening? You came on and you changed the background, which is fine. So now you're with us.
I'm good. I'm glad to be back on the show again, and good to be here. I'm all right.
Let me move you down here to where I am. Your head is getting chopped off, so raise your computer up.
I'm on the phone. I'm not on the computer.
Oh, that's what it is. Got you. Mm-hmm. We're talking about one of your favorite passages, Luke chapter 5, of course. Oh! Look at it. And we're talking about the alignment that you need to have for the miraculous to take place, because God is about to take you from effort to evidence. But these three things at least have to be in place, maybe not in this order, to move you from effort to evidence. And a lot of people are praying for evidence when they have not yet possessed the effort. You've not yet shown the effort. And Stacey made it emphatically clear. They toiled
all night long.
They toiled.
That's the word now.
Where is that at? All night, right here. And it's okay.
It should be the second verse 2, I believe.
There it is. No, they say 5.
It's 5.
Master,
we've toiled
all night long and caught nothing.
And let's use plain. God, look, we didn't work all night long and we didn't get nothing. And now you out here telling me to put my net down. Look, we didn't did all that. Look, that's the complaining. That's us complaining. God, I've been getting up, going to work every day. I've been getting up, going to school every day. I've been doing push-ups every day, and I don't have that one ab. No, it ain't. You got to do the work. It's that, like you said, it's that muscle memory, and you don't get nothing until a little bit later.
But the toiling is necessary.
It is.
Had I not toiled and had experienced and took nothing, the presence of God and the miraculous wouldn't be as appreciated as it should be. Mm-hmm. Had I had listen, the catch would have kept me from Christ.
Oh,
yes.
It would have literally kept me from Christ had I had it before you showed up. So maybe in this season of my life, Lord, you are preparing me not for provision, but just for your presence. Mm-hmm. And with your presence, I know now, Ramero, comes from provision. Now I move from effort to evidence. Lord have mercy. Look at it. He's writing, Stacey. He's writing. That's a good sign.
That's a very good sign. That's a very good sign. Yeah.
Say on, brother pastor. Now that you on here, you done came in.
Doc, you already took it. Now, I'm in the Jordan River rules that you've been pushing us to get the book and pushing us to read. In this particular passage, all five of the first 5 of the 10 rules out of the Jordan River rules is happening in just Luke 5. Number 1 was realize that God means for you to move on. Brother Pastor, number 2 is what? Step up to the moment, or is that 3?
Say no. There you go. Say no
to discouragement and yes to strength. 3, step up to the moment. There we go. 4, find some help along the way. Yeah. And then 4, and then 5, trust him to guide you where you've never been. Mm-hmm. And in Luke 5, we find that everywhere, all of them.
Where are you identifying those in the passage? Because Stacey has run it. When I say Stacey has run it, she's running. She talked about,
Stacey's running it. Is there a calling? There's an assignment on the life.
Listen, the assignment on her life came with some toiling.
Had to.
She actually, when we met her, she was toiling. She was casting then. But guess what? She's catching now.
Oh, my hand's ready. I couldn't handle it before. I'm ready now.
No, and you know what? You were ready in that previous season.
Yeah.
You just wasn't in the right lake.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And you listen, and sometimes it's not that they are good, bad, or indifferent. We need to give grace and space to the right people so they can handle our overflow.
Yes. Yeah.
If you get the catch too soon, you just might partner with a Judas rather than a Peter.
Come on.
Wow.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So Ramero, there it is right there. The partnership, they called their partners.
Yeah.
They seek us to help.
The people that Stacey had possibly partnered with when we saw her were the fit for partnership in that space. Mm-hmm. They are not the fit for partnership in this space.
Right.
Thank God for the relationship, but you're not good for partnership in this space.
Yeah.
Because listen, you're not fishermen.
Right. Yeah. Because
go ahead.
It's the alignment. It's like the plant that I was talking about. It was a repotting. So he was equipping me at the time because he was building the muscle. Can you handle what I'm going to deliver to you? If I deliver it to you too soon, will you be able to mishandle it? in this time, I need you to do the work. I need you to continue to make the connections. I need you to continue to build a relationship. But what he also shared to me once I left, I got repotted. He said, no, I still want you to go back to that space because there's still work to be done there. But now I need you to be in a different environment so that way you can be watered. He needed the men that could handle the same capacity in the place that he was putting me in. And he ain't done with Stacey Cole yet, honey. He is scrubbing and preparing, and I have to still. And here's another message. Just because you do the toiling for this assignment, there will have to be additional toiling to get to the next assignment. The toiling does not stop. Once you complete, it's like completing your degrees. Once you completed 8th grade, you went to high school. But if in 1st grade, they put you in high school, you wasn't ready. If you got to freshman year and then they put you in college, you wasn't quite ready yet, right? But you got to get prepared so you can handle the capacity of what God is placing before you. But if you're not ready and you get it too soon, you might fumble it.
Ooh. Listen, one of our research assistants have stated this, Brother Pastor. Some of us are breaking because we refuse to beckon. We are sinking because we won't signal for help. Ain't God all right?
Yeah.
You falling because you won't lift your hand and say, help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna make it personal just for a little bit. Even as a young African-American male, I found myself sinking in certain situations because I wouldn't ask for help. Because my pride wouldn't let me ask for help. My opinion wouldn't let me ask for help. My perspective wouldn't let me ask for help. But Peter had to call somebody to help him lift the heavy load and the heavy burden.
Y'all going there. Be careful. It is. And we're going to stop because Stacey has a meeting. Listen, we said this. Look, the signaling is important.
Yes.
The signaling. The signaling. To the who? Partners.
Hey.
To the
Come on over here.
Listen.
Help.
Oftentimes, I got to say this. So oftentimes, and this is relational. Oftentimes, we go awry in relationships, or it goes awry, is because there was mixed signals.
Yes.
But with this partnership, it ain't no mixed signal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen. Who can you trust with the signal that you've been satisfied? Who can you trust with the signal that, listen, what we toiled for, I can't signal everybody.
No, because not everybody has the capacity. Some people, you signal to the wrong people, they're going to be pulling you down. They not ready. They were only ready for you in that small pot. They were not prepared for you to go to that next place. That's why the alignment, that's why you can't be a secret agent. That's why you got to talk to people. That's why you got to get in different circles. That's why you got to communicate. This is where I am. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm headed. And then the alignment, you got to stay in your word. And then the alignment will happen. And what you'll find is God will slowly but surely, but you got to be moving, because you can't stop, because if you're not moving, the alignment, he could have sat there and been, oh, whoa, it's me, but you got to move, right? You got to move it. That discouragement gets in there. I ain't done nothing. How come ain't nothing happening? And then God says, you know what? Call on you. I gotta say hoo-doo, because that's what I say. I feel like they're in the boat and they gotta do a whistle. Hoo-doo. And then come on over here. Now let me show you he gave him so much overflow that the boats were sinking. How beautiful. Placed him with abundance. And what did he do? God told him only after he dropped to his knees and said, thank you, God. That's okay, because he said, what? Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid, but you have to say, thank you, God, for the overflow and the abundance. From now on, you will catch men. But now I'm going through the process, and the process will repeat itself as I'm getting to the next phase.
I'm landing my plane, and because you have a meeting and he has class.
Yes.
If you understand, don't shout, Ramero. If you understand the assignment and you understand alignment and you do the right assessment, you just said it, he'll bring you to a place of abundance.
Ah!
I told you not to shout. I just said, don't shout, like literally. You're wanting alignment, you wanting abundance, but you have not assessed, don't know the assignment, don't know the alignment.
Mm-hmm.
So look at how all of that incrementally plays in our life.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody cannot handle your abundance because they don't understand your assignment. Maybe somebody can't handle your abundance because they're not aligned. Maybe somebody can't handle your abundance because of this. Your nothing is something to them. Yeah. You listen. I'm shouting. I'm done. Your nothing and your night is okay with them.
Yeah. But you know what? I got a little time, but this is something. I got my Bible here.
We gotta land our plane. You gotta get
your
mind.
This is important. This is important because we don't want nobody to be out here in the shallow waters. Okay. This is important. Okay. So I'm gonna say this. My 9:30, 9 o'clock, 8. Okay, so I got 30 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna say just before that, and I know it's not 5 and 1, but the sentence before is important.
What is it?
Launch out into the deep
and let down your net.
Okay, and let down your nets. He didn't say go in shallow water. It ain't at your ankles. It's not at your ankles. Launch out in the deep. Okay, that's for another session, but I'm just saying it ain't in the shallow. You got to do the work. So that means it was not. There is so much in this juice. It's so juicy. It's so much there to do the work over the next week.
We'll pick it up next week. We got next week.
Yeah,
got next week.
I mean,
so remember, if you're trying to move from effort to what? Evidence.
Listen.
There are 3 things that need to take place. Quit crying to a God where you and God know have been no effort.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been toiling all night. Make sure you're properly aligned. Make sure you understand the assignment.
That's right.
Then make sure you can assess your night and your nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Because you got to assess both of them. It just ain't one thing to assess my night. I need to assess my nothing. Because remember, Ramero, your nothing might be abundance to somebody else.
My God, today.
And do not put me in the shit with people who can enjoy when I have nothing. Because I don't like it.
Yeah.
And if you're comfortable with my nothing, I'm going to say this. And we might have a visitor. Come on. When you revel in my nothing and when my nothing becomes something to you, you'll gaslight me when I walk in abundance.
Oh, okay. Write that down. That's for next week. That's something. Sometimes people are okay with you being in your nothing because they okay with you being nothing. Hey, we went on out of here.
Hey, the Lord watch. Between he finished out. Look, he finished out going.
You holding it back. Go ahead and let it out. Go ahead.
You just spoke something. May the Lord watch. Because I'm in the holler now. Between me and thee, while we absent, one from another. Remember this, folks. We're done. I gotta pull it back up. And I didn't look. Y'all know we've been on here 54 minutes, right? That's not what we're supposed to do.
Oh, wow. It was good, though. It was neat. I hope somebody received this message tonight because it fed me. I'm going to go back and read the report. It really fed me, and it was exactly what I needed. Thank you for inviting me on here. The timing is so perfect for my meeting that I'm going into right now. It is so good. Thank you guys so much. I am so grateful for you guys because this fed me. I'm going to sit with this.
Yeah. So from effort to evidence, we understand what we must do. Father, we are grateful and thankful for this opportunity that you've given us. Give us our daily bread. That's all I can say. Thank you for moving me from effort to evidence. And I know my night and I know my nothing. And sometimes they show up at the same time. But listen, just because I'm in my night season, I will never come to the resolve that I'm nothing. Even when I've been gaslit by those in front of me. We over here. Peace and blessings. Y'all smile. I'm finna end the recording.